The summertime has hit us here in the UK like a 10-ton brick of heat. You now want to expand your collection, you want to buy some fragrances for the summertime. These fragrances, in my opinion, are very safe to blind buy. Blind buying means buying a fragrance without ever smelling it. Remember, although I think these are safe, you are always blind buying at your own risk. We'll go from most affordable to most expensive, but generally these are more on the affordable side, all 10 of these fragrances, because if you are blind buying, you generally don't want to be splashing out £400 in one go. Number 1 is Montblanc Legend Spirit. If you know the bubblegum DNA of fragrances, Montblanc Legend Spirit is one of the safest. It recreates the classic Aqua 2016 of Invictus that is now discontinued, and I think this does it much better compared price-wise, because a discontinued fragrance is going to cost you hundreds of pounds, while this costs you about £20. For £20, this is fantastic quality, fun, casual, easy to love, works really well for young guys especially, and it gives you a solid 6 hours. So for £20, this is an easy blind buy, a really casual, great summer fragrance. Carolina Herrera's 212 Men NYC. An underrated fragrance. I always say this smells classic, but at the same time timeless. A lot of guys get scared from fragrances that have grass notes in them. They think that's not going to smell sexy, but actually don't put green notes in perfumery down. Generally, they smell very masculine, very traditional, handsome, quite safe in general. Think of fragrances like Davidoff's Cool Water has green notes, very safe fragrance. Creed's Green Irish Tweed, another safe green freshie. 212 Men NYC smells musky, fresh out the shower, green, very handsome, traditional and masculine. You will recognize the scent DNA because it's so popular. This is one of the popular fragrances since the 90s. It still stands the test of time and lasts 10 hours. For a £30-ish fragrance, this is incredible value for money. The quality is there, the scent profile is easy to love, and the longevity is there as well. Mugler Cologne come together. This is the epitome of blind buy safe. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance. Young, old, woman, man, everyone can buy this fragrance, and you can just overspray this as much as you want. You can't go wrong with the scent profile, the number of sprays you apply. A fetus can wear this, someone 100 years old can wear this. It's crazy. This is extremely safe is what I'm saying here. This is basically your fresh summer citrus and neroli fragrance. Very soapy, clean, very beautiful sillage that doesn't last a long time, but in the summertime you can get annoyed by fragrances because of the intense heat. I know I can a lot of the times, but this is a fragrance that will never annoy you. That's why it's very safe. If you just want a freshie that you can wear in the gym, when you're going out and about, you can get like a big 200 ml bottle. Don't get a small bottle like this and just spray to your heart's content. It's one of those big freshies that are just dumb reach summer fragrances. You just apply as much as you want. Very high quality, not the best longevity. If you want longevity, go for Alexandria Fragrances Black Panther. This is an accurate clone of Bulgari's Tiger, which is grapefruit, sandalwood, and ambroxan. Very pleasant and mass appealing scent that is very expensive. And the fact that this gets it so similar for about an eighth of the price just goes to show that some scent DNAs are overpriced. And I think in this case, this kind of makes Tiger redundant in my opinion. You want a sharp, energetic citrus fragrance for the summertime that lasts 10 hours, extremely mass appealing, smells really high quality. One of the best clone fragrances that I own. I've always said this is a 10 out of 10, one of the best from Alexandria Fragrances. Very good brand in general. If you want clone fragrances, they're very good to check out. Here's a new addition to the collection, Kenzo Homme EDP Parfum. Ever since the recent news of Kenzo passing away, RIP, I wanted to check out some of his fragrances because I never really experienced any of them. I think this is my first one I've ever smelled or bought from the Kenzo house. This got really good ratings, and I would say this is an excellent, more mature or more gentlemanly summer fragrance to wear. I think it's blind buy safe, but expect this to be quite simple and linear. This smells simply of fig, suede, and aquatic. So it's an aquatic fig suede, which is very interesting. And it pretty much just stays like that scent DNA for the entire duration of around 8 to 10 hours. This is a really handsome, gentlemanly summer fragrance that I would say is sort of for the man who likes the Armani code line, like that gentlemanly suede, elegant, luxurious type of DNA, but want to translate that into the summertime. This is the fragrance for you. I like how unique this is, how masculine and long-lasting this is. I think it's very good for a middle-of-the-range designer price tag, and it adds something new to the designer game, which unfortunately has lost its creativity a long time ago. So well done to Kenzo for releasing this. By Virtue of Sunbeams by Lux A Terra. If you don't know, this is a brand from my friend Sam Mesa, who's been on a few of our videos so far on the channel. Sam Mesa is a very good YouTuber. He's the YouTuber you go to if you actually want to learn perfumery properly. If you're not a noob like me and you actually want to learn the smart, intelligent stuff behind perfumery, you actually want to learn like technicalities, how to make perfume in your own home, how to use accords, notes, he's the channel for you. I think he's a great channel for learning that, and I think it's cool if you watch his videos, you become emotionally attached to him and really appreciate him as a content creator. You will then eventually want to try his fragrances. He provides samples of all his fragrances, and he's recently now released them into the USA and Canada as well for you guys to try. By virtue of Sunbeams, it's his most safe fragrance. He has 3 overall. His other 2 are very intense, very artistic, and require much more time with them, not as easy to wear in my opinion. This is a very safe, easy summer fragrance that smells of mango. He is really good. You wouldn't think so because you think he's a YouTuber who does independent perfumery in his own home. I thought to myself, you know, how good can his fragrances be? I was very surprised. This is before I knew him. He sent me them to try out, and actually I was very surprised. And I actually invited him to the videos because of that. By virtue of something, it's a really good fragrance. If you like mango, a green mango accord he made himself that's unique to his house. It's very good, very long lasting. He's got citruses, got grapefruit, guava, has ambergris, aquatic notes in here. This is a very safe summer fragrance. Similar to Mugler colognes come together, both genders can wear this, any age group can wear this. He created this as a sort of safe introduction into his house, into his fragrances, and I think this works very well for that. This is an eau de toilette. All his other creations are eau de parfum. He said he didn't mind this not lasting a long time, but I still get 6 to 8 hours. So Sam has done a fantastic job with this. I will leave a link in the description down below for this fragrance. This is not a sponsored video, but he did send me this bottle here as a replacement for this other bottle because this release used to be a splash-on. Now it's a sprayer. I'm very happy it's a sprayer now. Sam took the feedback on. A lot of people wanted a sprayer, and that's what he went for now. So it's much easier to apply. Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. Still, to this day, one of the safest summer fragrances ever made for a man. Extremely appealing ever since 2004. Creamy, musky aquatics here in a very nice, smooth, luxurious way, as Chanel is known for. 8 hours longevity, airy, ozonic. I always say this is sort of like a pilot's perfect fragrance. It'll remind you of being out in the air, in the clouds. That's the kind of vibe it gives you. I don't know how else to describe it. And I just think if you want something safe, but at the same time makes it smell expensive, Chanel, you can never go wrong with it. I think Allure Homme Sport is better than the Extreme, and I think it's better than Edition Blanche because you can get annoyed by the lack of longevity for how much price you are paying. Now, of course, we need to have a Dior for Chanel. This is Dior Homme Sport 2021. If you want something solid, safe, woody, long-lasting, this is the fragrance for you. This smells to me like an orange, woody, amber fragrance. That smells fresh, summery, luxurious again, as Dior will be, as it's competing with Chanel always. A very safe, traditional, masculine fragrance. No matter how many times I go back to Dior Homme 2020, so many of you guys insist it's a good fragrance. I cannot agree. It is trash, and I will never love that fragrance. I always say it smells like a poor man's Bleu de Chanel. So, get this instead. This smells like what Dior Homme 2020 should have been. It smells more complete. That Dior Homme 2020 release, in my opinion, just smells incomplete. It smells like a skeleton of an idea that was never finished until this came out. And I get 8 hours with a medium projection. I don't have a bottle, but I do have a sample of this fragrance, Aqua di Gio Parfum, the new concentration. You'll see it in the videos on this channel around this time now, because I got this recently and I was very much happy with it. Again, designer fragrances have lost their creativity, and this has lost its creativity as well. This house also needs to create something new. It's basically what they did is they've recreated Aqua di Gio Essenza. Everyone says Aqua di Gio Profumo is the best flanker in the line. That's not true. Essenza was the best flanker in the Aqua di Gio line, but unfortunately discontinued. It was a 2012 scent that had extreme beast mode performance for a freshie. It's extremely fresh, more like a metallic, herbaceous take on the Aqua di Gio line. Masculine, aquatic, clean, fresh, aromatic. Lasted over 12 hours on my skin. It was giving me loud projection back in the day. 8 hours into wearing it, which is just insane. That's the old regulations of perfumery. Now, perfumery has become more regulated, and unfortunately, now you can't get those beast mode freshies as easy as you once could. So the Parfum pretty much gives you that. It's a modern take on Essenza, in my opinion. They've brought it back into the fray, similar to how La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique revived the original La Nuit de l'Homme, made it more modern. It still has a great longevity of around 12 hours. Not as loud, it's about medium projection, but it's still a fantastic performer. So in my opinion, not creative, but I really appreciate this returning into the fray. I think it's a very safe Aqua di Gio purchase in this price range, in this luxury price range for designer fragrances. And we did public reactions of it and did very well in those public reactions. So people still love the DNA, it still does well. And finally, there's still too many of you sleeping on this fragrance, Terence Hughes Hard Candy. I'm not promoting Aaron just because he's asked me to, he hasn't asked me to. I bought this with my own money. This has not been gifted to me like his other fragrances that I did a buying guide for. This is purely from out of my curiosity. I heard about this fragrance, got insane reviews on Fragrantic, a really high rating, so I said, okay, let's try this. Hard Candy was extremely versatile, good for all year use, very high quality, has real oud in it, and it's got an interesting creative blend of creamy musks with strawberry in here. So strawberry, creamy, woody oud in a signature DNA. Not only is this good for the summertime, you buy this and it'll last you all year round. 12 hours longevity with a medium to loud projection, lots of compliments, and you'll be reinvigorated and re-inspired by perfumery. If you feel like perfumery is now becoming a little bit boring for you, again, as I said before, the creativity, you feel that you should be more there, and you want more creativity, go to Aaron's house. Go to Aaron's channel, get emotionally attached to him. That's why people buy fragrances half the time. You don't buy them necessarily purely for their scent, but you buy it because you're emotionally attached. You think Chanel is cool, or you like a YouTuber's videos and you want to support them. A lot of times it's like that. So go check out Aaron, see what he's all about. He pretty much has his personality injected into this DNA. He loves beastly fragrances. He doesn't like weak stuff. He likes stuff that's creative. He loves to use oud a lot, so it's really creative. He has an oud fragrance for a summer signature. Really great stuff. I really love Hard Candy. And before you guys asked, I have not tried Hard Candy Elixir, but I imagine it won't be as versatile as this. I do not know. I haven't tried it. If someone knows, let us know in the comments below. But to me, I can safely recommend Hard Candy. I think you're very likely going to love this. And that concludes the video, guys. What are your thoughts on this season? Are you getting sick and tired of the heat like I am? I don't know why. I love the summer, but I don't like it in the UK because we just don't have any air conditioning indoors. The UK is not set up for extreme temperatures. We like our boring, mild 8 degrees Celsius in the middle of the range weather. We can't do snow and we can't do heat. So I am now glistening all the time. I'm sweating off my head all the time, guys. And I don't know why, ironically, I've actually decided to grow a full beard out for the summertime. It makes no sense. Maybe that doesn't help either. But anyways, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I saying? What did you guys think of this video? What do you think of these fragrances? Are you still blind buying fragrances in this summer? Are you looking to expand your collection? Or do you feel that it's not responsible of me to be recommending blind buys? Either way, guys, let us know down in the comments below. Check out our other videos on summer fragrances if you want more recommendations. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.